Figuring out how to care for our loved ones, it's one of the biggest challenges any of us will ever face. In this explainer, we're going to dig into a modern approach to care that brings support right to their front door. And we'll be using Pleasant Vine Home Care as our guide to really understand how to find that peace of mind we're all looking for.
This question, it hits home for so many families. One day, everything's fine, and the next, you're trying to figure it all out. How do you keep them safe, but also comfortable? How do you respect their independence? It's a tough moment, filled with a ton of questions and emotions.
And that moment throws you right into what we can call the challenge of care. And it's so much more than just a to-do list. It's about navigating a whole new reality for your family and trying to find a path forward that feels right for everybody.
So let's break that big challenge down. Of course, safety is number one. But it's also about things like managing daily tasks, and maybe one of the biggest ones, fighting off loneliness and isolation. And then there's the toll it takes on you, the family caregiver. Burnout is so real. What you're really looking for is support you can trust from people who are genuinely compassionate.
So what's the solution that more and more people are turning to? Well, it's a concept called aging in place. And this isn't just some buzzword. It's a real shift in how we think about care, one that puts dignity and comfort front and center.
And right here, you can see the huge difference. On one side, you have the more traditional settings, which, can have rigid schedules and feel pretty impersonal. But aging in place, that's about staying in your own home, surrounded by your own things and memories, while getting care that's built specifically for you. The key is that it helps people hold on to their independence and their quality of life.
Okay, so theory is great, but what does this look like in the real world? Let's use Pleasant Vine Home Care as our guide to see how this kind of dignified solution actually works on the ground.
They started back in 2016 with a really clear mission, and that strong foundation has let them grow into a name people trust across 2 different states. It just goes to show they've been focused on this client-first goal from the very beginning.
And the heart of their mission is this idea of person-centered care. Now, this isn't just corporate speak. It really means they throw the one-size-fits-all model out the window. Instead, everything is customized. The care plan is built around the individual, their habits, their preferences, their routine, not the other way around. It's about respect.
So what does this personalized care actually involve? What's in the toolkit that helps someone not just live, but really thrive at home? Let's take a look.
The key thing to see here is just how broad this spectrum of support is. It goes from senior care and companionship, which directly tackles that isolation we talked about, all the way to really specialized services, like those for people in the Office of Developmental Programs, or ODP. This kind of range means they can meet a whole variety of very specific needs.
And this promise really ties it all together. The goal isn't just to check boxes, it's to create an environment. And look at those keywords: safe, nurturing, respect, and reliability. That's the foundation that all those services are built on top of.
But, services and philosophies are only as good as the people who actually provide them. And that brings us to what might be the most important piece of this whole puzzle: the caregivers themselves.
Pleasant Vine puts it right out there. They believe their caregivers are the heart of their organization. And honestly, that perspective tells you so much about a company's values. When the people doing the hands-on work are truly valued, the quality of care just naturally gets better.
And it's not just talk, they actually back it up. Look at this list. They're providing real support, like health insurance, retirement plans, and flexible hours. They're investing in their team. And it's pretty simple, right? A caregiver who feels supported and respected is going to be able to provide much more compassionate and consistent care. It just makes sense.
So, we've walked through the challenges, the philosophy, and the people. What's the end result for families? Well, it all comes down to one big thing: achieving peace of mind.
Okay, first, let's get practical. For anyone watching in these areas, this is the key info. Pleasant Vine serves a whole bunch of counties in Pennsylvania and Delaware, which means their help is accessible to a lot of different communities.
And here it is. This is the bottom line. All of these different pieces, the personal plans, the supported caregivers, the wide range of services, they all lead to this one powerful outcome: a better quality of life for the person you love and that priceless feeling of relief for your family.
So, we'll end with this question for you to think about. Forget just being safe for a second. What would it mean to you, really, to know that the people you care about most are truly happy, engaged, and actually thriving in the comfort of their own home? That, right there, is the ultimate goal of modern person-centered care.